Hello and good evening for all mankind. Season 3, episode 2, Game Changer is over. But we're just getting started here on Live Long and Podcast, a live stream here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or you might be listening to this audio version as we continue our mission to watch every episode of For All Mankind and talk all about it. This episode, NASA's chain of command is cracking, Helios is rewriting the rules, and Mars is suddenly up for grabs. From political gambits to romantic confessions, the space race just got personal. I'm your host, Dave Mader. And we got a great panel here to break this all down. Coming in first. I don't know if I can bring her in without her camera on, but okay, there she is.
Oh, my.
Stylish and sharp. She's watching Danielle Rise, Ed Flail, and Karen Pivot. It's Heather Narduzzi.
Way to go, Dave. Stick it to the bastards.
I like it.
Very nice. Very nice. Welcome, Heather. Glad to have you back with us for season 3. We missed you last week.
Yes, I watched both the premiere and episode 2 right before getting on the pod tonight. So I have lots of thoughts and feelings to talk about. Woo!
Exciting. Well, we're going to get all to that. But first, we're going to bring in our other panelists. Coming in next. He's our technologist who questions every timeline twist, corporate pivot, and romantic subplot. If it's too clean, he's calling it fiction. It's Jody Simpson.
That's me. All right. Thank you for the
It's a
intro.
Mario. Welcome.
It's me, not Mario.
I won't have you culturally appropriating my people, Jody, please.
Video game characters.
Hey, just
Italian.
settle down.
Italian
Settle down and have
fire.
some spaghetti, huh?
All right.
That was actually a very good impression.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
spot
Well
on.
done.
Spot
Great
on.
accent.
Nailed it.
Coming in next, when leadership falters and motives get murky, he's the one asking who really belongs in command. Our moral compass, Kevin Millard.
Spiritual leader, Dave. But I'm so happy that my murder-suicide is still totally on the table. Like, this episode was great. I loved it.
Well, yeah, I'm excited to break it all down with you, Kevin. And coming in next, the man who sometimes can get his camera to work, sometimes not. It's kind of an on and again, off again thing. From Ottawa to orbit, he reads the political chessboard like Dev reads a press conference. Bold, strategic, and always 2 moves ahead. It's Adam Woodward.
It's either the camera or the sound or something, Dave. Today we're good.
Yeah, you're on your other microphone, but whatever. We're going to deal with it.
I
At
love
this
that.
point, you're right off.
yeah,
Let's move on.
it's all close enough.
fine.
Yeah, we're turning on all of Adam's things. All right, there we go. All right, well, let's break down this episode. Jeff Mader, normally with us. Don't know where he is. Oh, jeez.
Adam's in the Matrix.
Mhm.
Adam's been lost to the Matrix, everybody.
All right. Well, hopefully we can get Adam
Uh-oh.
back. Keep an eye on that for me, Jody. All right.
will.
Well, we are talking about season 3, episode 2, titled Game Changer. This is the 22nd episode overall. It came out on June 17th, 2022, directed by Sarah Boyd and directed by David Weddle and Bradley Thompson, of course, of Star Trek alum. And and so, well, Heather, I'm going to start with you tonight because we didn't get your thoughts on the premiere, and we can segue into this episode as well. There's a lot going on in this new '90s power structure as this Helios company comes into the mix here, and everything with Karen Baldwin and what she's been up to for the last 10 years, and. Wow, I don't know. There's so many plot lines and characters. to
We're
touch
also
upon.
sorry, Heather, because there isn't nearly enough fluorescent clothing in this episode.
There's not, but you know what? The wiggery, honey. They spent so much money on Karen's wig, and she looks fantastic. Karen looks so good. They did Margot dirty with this little like frumpy pixie haircut. I just didn't love that. But I'm loving this season so far. It's like pedal to the metal, full throttle. Lots of stuff is happening. I know we all felt like the pace of season 2 was a little meandering, but right off the jump, the season premiere, we see the Phoenix orbiting in space, the wedding, the catastrophic failure. I'm really, really into this season so far. And I'm super glad that we finally got to the part where we now know that Ellen is running for president, because I almost spoiled it for all of you so many times.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Well, I kind of alluded to it a few times. I'm like, she's a political animal. Like her and Larry are kind of a team, and like you're gonna see this kind of.
And I can't believe Jeff is not here for the episode where Aleda finally gets to the moon.
She's finally doing something like he would consider useful, I think.
And she got a really cute haircut. Her hair looks amazing.
Aleda, yeah.
She's doing great. She's on the moon. She's got cute hair. Everybody's having a nice time. Sam died.
Sam died. And we were trying to figure out, was Sam just the business partner of Karen, or did they have any kind of romantic partnership that you could tell? Because that's kind of disputed a little bit. Like, it feels like, especially when people were giving their condolences about Sam to her in this episode, I was like, they weren't a couple, right? They were just partners.
That never occurred to me at all. I don't think that they were romantically involved. But I mean, Karen bangs children
Sometimes.
and teenagers.
She regrets it, kind of. So, we're going to get into all that.
There was at least a drunken business meeting.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but I will say the scene at the wedding where Danny and his bride dance to the Billy Swan "Don't Be Cruel."
that made the audience uncomfortable more than maybe
that made everybody
like
uncomfortable.
Framing it with Karen in the background in like her power suit and her stately silver hair, like gagged, right? And trying to keep a poker face about it. I love that. I thought it was superb, really cool, really well done.
And we're gonna get into all the fallout between Karen and Danny as it continues to unfold here many years later, and what that means. Okay, let's go over to Kevin next. Kevin, how was this episode for you?
It was great. I thought it had a lot of like touching moments. I like Danny and Ed talking together. That wasn't like the last time they talked wasn't so great, but
oh yeah, you're Danny Poole, yeah.
Yeah, and who else? It was like Ed and Karen talking together. They were like buttoning up these relationships, sort of, and I really like that what they did between Danny and Ed, where she backed him up 100%. She was disappointed, but she backed him up, and he was like, "Fuck this! I would have been better than you."
Yeah,
and,
you're only getting it because or whatever.
That really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Ed, come on. That she has always had his back through everything. And then he goes off on this tangent of you only got it because blah, blah, blah. Garbage behavior from Ed Baldwin. Are we surprised? He's kind of a garbage person.
Well, that's kind of Margot's whole point.
He's a hero. All right. Heroes can be garbage.
Well, I think that I don't know. He has some bad behavior sometimes. He has some bad traits. I would go that far.
Maybe garbage person is a little strong. Garbage father, I think, is accurate, but maybe not like entirely. Anyway,
yeah,
he's definitely a garbage father for sure.
Not an A. Like I would give him that. At least.
He's got a D+ at best as a dad,
and
as a human being, maybe a C+.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, bad friend move by Ed for his fellow Bob, and everything there.
And what a sook! He was like, I don't even want to say hi, Bob, anymore.
Yeah.
Please.
And she's there, like, ready to console him, like, and to be there for him yet again. And he says that shit to her.
Yeah. Yeah. So not his finest moment. Absolutely. And he kind of gets just to go to Mars anyway, when he gets recruited by Helios in this episode. So,
that was cool, though. I gotta say, loved it. We'll
Yeah,
get there. We'll get there.
And we'll get there. But what I will, not to spoil anything, but like compared to season 2, this season is all about the race to Mars, and it moves. Like there's a lot happening episode to episode, I feel. So Adam, where is Adam?
I don't know. He keeps showing up. He was then audio, and now he's gone.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but I am keeping track.
Okay, yeah, keep track. Let's keep score of
We
Adam's
are.
technical
Currently,
abilities.
it's. I believe his computer is winning.
Okay, it is. Absolutely. Always does. All right. Well, Jody, what did you think of this episode?
I'm pretty much with Kevin on this. It had decent pacing, I thought. It wasn't too bad. I like that character. What's his name? The like
Dev?
big wig guy.
Dev?
That's
Dev
it.
Aisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I didn't mind him. I think it definitely. I'm looking forward to episodes past this now. Oh, by the way, Adam might have won. No, he didn't. Okay, never mind. Anyway, he was there. No, he's gone.
I'm
he's
trying
back
to
again.
add him. Okay. Hey,
There
Adam.
we go. Can we hear him?
Well, he doesn't move. No.
No. You sound like a robot.
Oh, no.
He's like, I will take your head. I will eat your brains.
Adam. I gotta mute you for a sec, but oh, jeez. Okay. All right. No.
No,
Whatever.
you did, it's worse now.
Okay.
He's just gonna hang around and just nod his head yes or no. We'll just ask him yes or no.
Okay.
Jody, now you're all slushy as
No,
well.
it's because
You're
he's
out.
reverbing.
He's reverbing, so
Yeah.
all we're hearing is the speakers or something.
You're hearing his reverb. Yeah. Anyway, as I
We're
was
never getting
saying,
to Mars like this, guys. I don't know. What
but
to
you
tell
know what?
so-
We're screwed. We're screwed if we have to go to Mars. Like this place, we're done. All right. I might as well just shut it down now. What am I going to do with all that
well,
rocket
continue your thought.
but anyway, yeah, no, as I said, I agree pretty much with what Kevin said. And I do like that character. I'm excited to see what's going to happen from that partnership. And well, I guess it's not really a partnership. He basically bought it outright, didn't he? But,
yeah, and then he hired her. So
And
it's
then he
kind of
hired
hired
her,
Karen
yeah,
and
so-
Ed, both Baldwins.
yes.
it's kind of a
because
partnership, although he's
I
the
did.
boss, but there are no
I
titles.
did. Yeah, without going too far into the episode, I did like the reaction when Ed goes on the stage, and like everybody's watching this, and it's like he's just, everybody's just like dumbfounded.
Nobody knew. Nobody.
Not a single
like,
person knew.
Not even Kelly.
would be-
Like,
Mhm.
That's totally a Baldwin move, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he totally would do that. Like, he wouldn't tell anybody at NASA. He'd just be like, "Fuck you! I'm getting in my Corvette and going." Yeah.
Well, I wanted to discuss that when we get to it later. Do you think he told Kelly, or was she finding out for the first time when she saw the broadcast? I think she was finding out for
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time.
I think she was
finding
finding
The
out.
broadcast.
Yeah, she didn't know.
oh yeah.
And that's
like,
a super dick move because she was supposed to go as well. And then he
Yeah.
just, anyway, we'll get there. I'm too
not
excited.
to like it
His
both
father of the
Ed,
year. What are you talking
Ed
about?
and Karen didn't tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Both her parents.
They're
just
both her
told
parents. They're just like, well, you're
You
an
know
Ed.
what?
You know what? Her real dad didn't tell her either.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Oh, Kelly, it's a rough year for you.
Here, let's get Adam's reviews. Adam, did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you
Adam
find
liked
it
it.
slow or fast? Yes for
Oh.
fast. Keep going.
Good. Good.
Is he? Are you working on your technical issues? Okay, so at
Yes.
some point,
Adam nodded for those of you
We
listening.
can't hear you because you're muted.
Audio.
So
Dave, what did you think of this episode?
I really liked
He's
it.
the host,
Although
it doesn't matter.
I thought, it's a lot of setup. Again, for the most part, like compared to the last episode that had a little bit more action in it, and this one was a bit more character driven, which is not a terrible thing, but
But at least it didn't feel as slow as some of the episodes from season 1. Like,
oh yeah, or two.
there was
yeah.
episodes where like, this one story stretched like the entire episode, and it took forever to tell you what was going on. And oh, geez.
Well, that's not happening this season. Ed got a new wife and divorced her in 45 minutes.
All that, yeah, he's already divorced
What
again.
did you think of Yvonne? Cute, party girl, fun.
We were like, what was the great
like
embarrassment?
what was his problem? She was like probably the best part of that whole party.
Yeah.
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 His
but-
problem is that he's uptight and boring. And
But I guess
crooked.
Karen is too, because Karen was the first one to express
Well,
disapproval.
Karen first said it to him, right? She was talking
Yeah.
to him, and she's like, "Yeah, no, that's."
Or is that
yeah."
just like comes with the territory? Like that's the new wife, so she's got to throw a comment at.
I just
I
know
don't
by
know.
the
I
end
don't
of
know
this
what everyone's
season,
problem was with
the
it
Baldwins
gone.
are
All
going
she
to be
did was
sleeping
dance
together
and have
again.
fun.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
She went back for
sorry.
her jewelry and got him shot in the leg, but whatever.
That's true.
So okay. Oh, hello, Kitty.
Hello, it's Bob Seeger.
Here, let's
Bob
let's do a quick Adam check. Adam, are you there?
He's
Oh,
not.
can't unmute
He's
because
self-muted.
muted him.
He's
He's
self-muted.
self-muted. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know he had that kind of power.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Speak your
Great.
mind.
How do you
Okay,
feel?
guys, this was a great episode. I don't understand why Leda fits in. Like, I just, it seems like a stupid storyline now. Like,
Jeff's not even here to bring this up.
oh, since he's not
Well,
here,
someone has to do it.
because it was a great episode, great pace. I don't understand that. It didn't need it. Do you guys agree? Did we have to see her on the moon and her all disappointed because her 3-year-old son doesn't find it
Care.
exciting?
He doesn't care with the moon. Her dad seems to be kind of having a mental decline of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
It's all that cheese he eats.
I disagree with Jeff here. I think that the upset, the spontaneity of Aleda is gone now that she's a mom, and she's not the same.
she's not spunky anymore. She's not as much of a rebel perhaps as she was before. So
I loved the scene though where we first see her on the moon and she's picking up the moon rock and the Smashing Pumpkins are playing. Like, that was excellent. I loved that.
yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm really into the soundtrack this season. I guess
Mhm.
because I'm a '90s kid and this is the stuff I grew up with. But yeah, it was. I'm really digging it so far, and I know that there's some other great songs to come in as well in the future episodes.
Better music than the 80s.
Yeah, and what they're choosing to use.
Well, in this timeline, I noticed in the opening montage of the premiere that the Beatles were playing a reunion concert in 1987 for the first live performance since '66. So that would have been cool.
Jeff disputed it. He was like, would George Harrison have done it? He was more skeptical of the George and Paul making up of it all. Than
They would have done it.
Yeah, I think they would have done it. Considering they made all that stuff in the '90s with the Beatles anthology, I feel like that they would have eventually done it.
Of course
Okay,
they would have done it. How much money you think they would have made? They'd
a
have done
lot. They would have done it.
Bank.
Now,
Lots
Adam,
of bank.
as our corporate leadership expert, I am going to ask you about Dev's approach to office culture and the company hierarchy when we get to that part of the episode.
Okay, guys, I first of all, he chooses not to have an office. Fine, good on him. However, the meeting where they decided whether Ed is the candidate, I would never ever do that.
No.
Because in your mind you have an idea of how you want a decision to be made, and it reminded me of this. Remember the whole Bodie McBoatface thing?
Yes.
So the English the English Navy was trying to name what do you call it, an icebreaker, and they put it out to the people and they got to vote, but they didn't vote on a selected names. They just got to put names in, and then people would vote on the names. But the name that they won was Bodie McBoatface, and they're going, "Oh my God! This is the Royal Navy. You're going to name a boat."
That's a great name.
It's fantastic, and they did it too.
This is why democracy is so important.
The point being is that if you're going to do this kind of leadership, you have to be ready for the outcome, even if you don't like it. So
Right.
I found it. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I would do that, but I would.
It's like that. It's like that motivation, demotivational poster where it's like meetings. None of us are as dumb as all of us. And it's it's kind of true in that scenario.
Well, we'll see how it works out here for Helios and their unorthodox culture.
But I do applaud him for buying
Polaris?
whatever that her company was called. I can't remember.
Phoenix.
Polaris.
Oh, Polaris. Sorry, I thought it was called Phoenix. Was
That
the
was
ship
very
called
smart.
Phoenix? No, that was Zephyr Cochrane. I'm mixed up.
No, you're right. You're right because
I
so
think
the
I think it actually was.
Was
the
it? Okay, good.
he buys the Polaris hotel, and then he's like, so when he puts the engine on and it turns into a spaceship, he now is calling it the Phoenix.
Okay.
So anyway, so let's jump into it. So we're coming off of the aftermath of the end of episode 1, which was like, the space hotel, like having that accelerated gravity. Sam and at least maybe a couple other people were killed. A couple astronauts were killed. And so we're catching up here now back on Earth with Karen, who survived the ordeal, but without Sam in the picture, she's kind of picking up the pieces of everything that happened up there. And she's going out here to the
company's
desert.
basically hers now.
The company's hers, but the company's kind of in shambles because of,
Yeah, when you kill off a bunch of people.
yeah, like when your like new space tourism thing ends up like killing people on the very first day.
Well, I mean, like Ocean Gate, right?
Right.
He's
It's kind of,
basically running Ocean Gate.
yeah, that's a good comparison, I think. And and
I was thinking
but-
more Jurassic Park, but same idea.
Fun though.
So she heads out to the desert here to meet this new character Dev, who we're gonna get to know. Here we get to see Jody, his laptop he has out here in the
A ruggedized laptop, yeah.
It's a very rugged laptop.
But
It
this
has
is a
the look
very
and feel.
90s ruggedized laptop, so well
Yeah.
done there.
I thought that was interesting. So this is like his base camp. I guess he's testing engine designs out here. Dev being this engineer who owns this company called Helios that has mining rights on the moon. We see
Wouldn't it made more sense just to bring like a motor home?
maybe, I don't know. And then so Dev is seen here on the cover of Time magazine. So he's kind of a big deal.
Doing the typical CEO pose.
Yeah, he's looking really smart.
So you can
Now-
tell he's a thinker.
Yes.
Now
He puts fingers by his chin.
I think when this season was made, and I think when they wrote all these episodes, I think they were trying to project Dev as being what they thought at the time Elon Musk was, or like this idea of sort of a.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't get a single vibe from him being a Nazi in this entire episode.
Well, that's true. I'm not that part of Elon.
Oh,
Musk,
okay.
But like more like I guess just this
I can't wait to be
entrepreneur
canceled.
that is going to go to space outside of the constraints of governmental regulation and oversight and those kinds of things. Not just Elon. I think Dev is
But
kind of
not
based on-
Elon in specific, but an Elon-like figure, or like
Right.
Richard Branson or any of those guys.
Yes.
The other
Like this-
vibe I got from it, like especially with the meeting, is Google. Like in the early
Yeah.
days of Google, there was so
Sure.
much talk about the type of workplace culture it was.
Mhm.
And so I think that they're hinting at tech leaders in our current world with this character for sure.
Yes, absolutely. He's not
Yeah.
based on any one specific, but
No, he's kind of like a hybrid of like 3 or 4 different ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he comes in here, meets Karen. We know that he's a pretty smart guy, an engineer, helped develop fusion power. And in this meeting with Karen, he makes an offer to buy Polaris, which confuses her because
Couldn't this be an email?
it's
She really have to come
D-mail
out here
in
for
this
that?
world.
D-mail,
so-
excuse me. Yes.
It's D-mail. So she takes the little offer. Now, Polaris was basically going to go bankrupt and was going to be sold off for parts to pay off creditors. But Dev, I guess, just throws a crazy amount of money at her here to buy out the rights to it and all their assets, including Polaris, the hotel. So,
He's like, give me that astronaut killing machine.
and she's Karen's smart enough to kind of figure out what Dev's plan is here without him having to explain it, that he's developing this new engine. If he takes the hotel and straps like an engine to it, he can turn it into a spaceship. And he's kind of impressed by her deduction here, so that gives an extra 10% to the offer, to the buyout. Which
So she's really good here again. This woman's awesome, but she plays this role where she's coming out of that car, listening to the news, devastated about her business, lost shareholders, how many billions probably, herself probably bankrupt, and now she's like, look at that face. I have been vindicated and solved or saved.
Yeah, she's got it. She got like a great like like what do you call that? Like an angel investor bailout sort of thing.
But you're telling me NASA wouldn't come to them and say, "Hey, I see that big, huge space station you built."
I have all kinds of things to say about that when we get to that.
Well, that's a
Because
good
no,
yeah.
they would not. They absolutely would not. Especially with freaking Margot. Oh my God, I'm so upset with that woman.
Yeah, she sucks.
Is it her haircut?
Oh,
A
that's
lot of
part
it
of it
is her
for sure.
haircut.
Yeah.
lot
Now
of
that you
it.
missed this last week, she reminds me of a teacher I had. I just can't remember which one.
Oh
All
no.
of the,
Oh,
all
it
of
was
the
my-
uptight ones.
It was my English teacher, and her name was Mrs. McIntyre, and she was mean to me.
She reminds me of my grade 1 teacher, Mrs. McCulloch.
My
Anyway.
grade 3 teacher had that haircut. Bitch. She was awful.
And if any of these teachers are watching, we do apologize, and please don't hunt us.
I don't.
Okay, except for Kevin. You can hunt him.
So we get this teaser here in the episode here with Dev buying out the company, him testing his engine out here in this desert, and
This didn't even blow up.
no, it's pretty impressive. So and that and then we get our title card, Game Changer, with Dev being
Dave, one thing there, like she got to the conclusion that it's going to take him 5 years to develop a space ship. He's got the engines, but no ship.
and he's
so
at
that's how
7. He said it would take him
And then
7.
he said 7, but the point being is that he didn't have the ship. This solves that problem. That's why
Right.
he's solved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like it's kind of a logical thing. You're like, okay, I see where they're going with it. So we get our credits and title cards and all that, and then coming out of the teaser, we go into back to JSC Houston. It's
I
Molly
love
Cobb.
how our guide dog is just a dick to everybody. It's great.
Yeah, and I guess he's helping carry some like a pillow or something. Or,
I think it's like a documents pouch or something.
Oh, documents pouch. Anyway, she's like, "Get the hell out of my way!" Coming through, everything else, and she wants to talk to Margot, but Margot's not here right now, so she has to deal with Margot's staff, who are don't read Braille. And Molly's like, "Look at this! Read this crap!" And they're like, "Well, I don't read Braille, so I can't." And then she's like, "Well, I'll read it for you." And basically, she's mad because the astronaut office is kind of being usurped in a sense with this new idea of an oversight committee that's going to help determine the astronaut candidates, and who gets to go on mission assignments, which Molly, of course, is against. So she's very pissed off. She considered it a power grab, Margot consolidating power and authority within NASA. So she heads back to her office, and then she gives the news here to Danielle Poole that she will not be the leader of the Mars mission. At this point, they're planning to do it in 1996, so effectively, what happened here is Molly was pissed off at Margot. She told us she hadn't made up her mind in the previous episode, but now that Margot has done this and put this oversight committee, she's like, okay, this is my way of expressing my decision, so I'm going to just select Ed, because she knows Margot does not want that.
Do you think that
Now,
board in the
in
background has
96
Braille?
In 96,
What?
how old would Ed be?
1922.
So 22. So
He was born.
64.
64. Yeah.
Might be a little old to be going to Mars.
Like how much
To be
younger?
commanding the mission to Mars.
How much younger is Danielle?
Not much. She's definitely younger than him, but
She's got to be 10 years younger than he is.
I don't
So
think
she's
she's
like
even 10 years
50.
younger.
Let's say she's 56 or something. Then right? It's like
I would say she's more like 5 or 6 years.
okay. So
What
she's
do I
not.
know?
She's younger, but not like it's all relevant.
Oh my God! Can you go back for a second? Oh, it is in Braille. That's
Oh, look.
amazing.
Oh yeah, all her
Yeah.
board is in Braille.
What a good detail. That was good.
Anyway, but there's this kind of like this debate who actually would be the better candidate, and they're both like on paper. Take the age thing, I guess, out of the equation. Like Danielle's got more scientific abilities, more she's a bit more qualified in that sense. But Ed being a test pilot, a pioneer, a think on his feet kind of a guy, that's who Molly favors because that's more the kind of astronaut she is or was. So anyway. But Danielle is willing to, do it and play backup to Ed and play ball. And then we go down to the classroom here at Houston, where Ed is teaching a class with his boot on, still recovering from his injury sustained on Polaris when that whole thing happened.
The boot also makes him look very old when he walks.
Yes. It's because he is old. Anyway, so the Molly shows up. He sees Molly kind of in the background here. And then, shortly after that, Molly makes this announcement. This class will no longer be taught by Ed Baldwin. He's going to be unavailable for the next few years. And he says, why is that, Molly? Because you're the next commander of the Mars mission. And, gives him the news here that don't screw it up. And all those things, everyone clapping. Good for Ed. He's thrilled to be to be doing this. So it seems to be a celebratory thing. His students are all pleased with him. The teacher's going to go to space. That's nice.
They're like, sweet, we don't have to write the final.
Yeah, exactly. New substitute teacher.
We're gonna have movie day. It's gonna be great.
Then we head over to Polaris, the company, where I guess Karen is clearing out her office. We see a picture here of Kelly from when she graduated from the Naval Academy, some years before. But I guess Karen sold everything, including the office. We see the article in Forbes with her and Sam when they were entrepreneurs of the year. But who's here at the Polaris office? It's Danny, who came to raid Sam's office for his mom's astronaut pin, which apparently was given to Sam when she died, not to her kids. So that's why he's here.
Do we have to talk about this scene?
Oh,
I think we'd better.
All right, I'll just sit back.
So Karen says, hey, Danny, how come you played that song that we, had our first kiss and all that? And, why'd you pick
did
that?
Some underage banging.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was overage technically, but...
was he?
Yeah, just barely.
Inappropriate.
Barely legal.
Still inappropriate.
Anyway, so he was like, well, it was my, he blames it on his wife. He's like, it was her idea. She loves that song too. So then he goes to leave, but then he comes back and goes, I lied just now. I picked the song because I obsessed with you and I'm still in love with you so much, Mrs. Baldwin, and I can't help it. Da, 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 da.
Hey,
and
Mrs. Baldwin.
She does not react very well, I would say. She was like, no. Now, we get the impression that this has happened many times over the year where he's like professed his undying love. She says there's been many times where he showed up at her house drunk and she had to, get him all off that. I guess that's, the years he was
I'm wondering in the in-between time how many times that worked.
You think that they might have hooked up other times?
Yes. Yes.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah. That's the impression I got.
That would be...
Because she smiled a couple times when she was talking about it.
She slaps
just
him.
Weird.
She slaps Danny across the face in this scene, just to get him to stop, because she's like, enough of this. I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, he's essentially obsessive predator at this point, but she made it. So
she has this guilt around, the creation of this fucked up relationship.
Well, and I think he also said that he had a substance problem or something, didn't he?
Alcohol, yeah. He get drunk and depressed and show up at her house, and it's all kind of tied in with that. Yeah. It might also happen to be the fact that both of his parents were raging alcoholics as well, and
this is his third parent that got intimate with him and then withdrew.
True, right?
I don't think she withdrew at all. I think that was part of the
Danny has effectively been an orphan for a better part of a decade here. The only other family other than his brother is kind of Karen, right? Yeah. He also talks about Ed in the scene, that he doesn't like Ed, calls him a bastard, and calls that he's the worst. And you won't. Are you mad because Ed heard the song or whatever? So anyway,
I don't quite know who he's going to kill yet, whether it's going to be Karen or Ed, but it's going to be
Karen and himself.
Oh,
and Ed and the other one.
And his
the
brother.
other one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's gonna end up killing that chick that doesn't matter anyway.
Aleda?
Yeah, Alita.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how there's any relation there.
That'll come out of left field, but
That'll be a little
He
weird.
doesn't even know Aleda, so
He goes
that
to
would
take
be-
a shot at Ed and hit her or something. I don't know.
We then go to Austin, Texas. In the next scene, a house here. We catch up. Yeah, well, look who it is. Ellen Wilson and
This
Larry
hair
Wilson.
is atrocious. Look at that barrette. Oh my god.
so
Okay.
bad.
For the record, she hasn't gotten any better or worse. Every bloody thing that she's had a cut for in the last couple episodes has been terrible.
Well, this is anyway. We don't talk about bad hair. How about Larry?
Larry.
Listen, Larry
Years.
is just—he's got some male pattern baldness.
Now,
So
little.
what's going on here? Have they just
Well-
forgot who they are?
have they forgot they were gay? Perhaps. Like it seems to be.
Well,
that
they had a kid.
Are they making the bed together? Are they sleeping in the same bed now?
Well, they made a kid, I think, didn't they?
Right, but you can do that without sex. It's
Well, you
possible.
can, but what's the point?
Yeah, but you got if keeping up appearances is not a good reason to have a child. Like, what is? Good job, Ellen and Larry.
I'll have to think about that
I'm like,
one. But
I'm like, where's she going with this? Oh, okay, now I know where she's going with this.
we already know that she's the Republican nominee for president, going against Bill Clinton, and they're talking about the running mate, this one governor that's Brack, I think is his name. That he's
I'm
super
gonna be honest.
conservative.
The more I see her, the more I don't care about her. I really don't. I don't care about this character at all.
I find this actually quite fascinating because this is what's going on. Like, this is just the problem with U.S. politics. So first of all, she compromised herself. So did Larry. And they're playing this role of husband and wife. They've been doing this for decades. Now they have a child together. I guess they're just...
Which is such a great idea.
Yeah, well, like, and what is their relationship now? Like, exactly.
So, and then she's got her ideals and values, but we want the Christian right, so you got to take on somebody else.
You need an evangelical, right?
Like-
On the ticket with you.
It just shows in order to be in politics, you cannot be yourself at all. You are consistently making accommodations for everybody just to get elected.
Right.
Never mind what happens when you're elected.
Yeah, and she's
Unless
she's
you're Trump
gone.
and you just go over everybody. But
She's gone from a congresswoman to a senator. Now she's running for president, and yeah. So coming off thing, and then look who's at the door. They have a kid, who's
Who's clearly not. He's a couple of years old. I would say he's probably about 4 or 5 at least.
4 to 5. Yeah, I would say, maybe a little younger. Anyway, he's afraid of his dad's claw. He's got the claw, but they
I'd be
seem to
more
be,
afraid of his forehead. But
as
you
a
know.
family, they seem to be getting along and be happy or whatever. So.
You know what he reminds me of? I just finally figured out what it was. Anybody ever see Tropic Thunder
Mm-hmm.
with Tom Cruise in it?
Sure. You're going Tom Cruise with that? Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like the producer that Tom Cruise.
Les Grossman.
Les Grossman, that's it. Yeah. He looks kind of like that. And it was bugging me while I was watching the episode.
Anyway, so
Well, we see them all here playing Happy Family.
mhm. Any reaction, Heather?
I think it's wild how far Ellen has strayed from who she was when we met her. You know, she's in a fake heterosexual marriage and running on a Republican ticket.
Don't forget the having a kid.
From Texas, no less, Heather.
From Texas. Yes, exactly. Now, having a kid I don't find that as wild as everything else, truly, because queer people couldn't openly have a child with their queer partner. So
For sure,
maybe
yeah.
being a parent is something she always wanted. And this is a role that she wanted. And
I get the
sought.
impression it's more for the show.
Well, I mean,
Could
it can be two
both.
things, I guess.
It can be two things. Like they could both want children, and they're like, "Well, we're married, and this is going to help your political career, which they both care about." So it can be both.
And I think this scene was meant to show that the child is loved and cared for, and that it's not like a cold relationship, but it's questionable. It's a questionable choice. And what are you doing, girl? How much are you willing to do to become president?
This part
Right.
was cringe.
Whatever it takes might be the answer to that. We're gonna find out. Okay, so then we go back to NASA where we see some geological, topographical surveys of Mars and the landing sites that they're considering. It's Danielle looking at this here in the NASA, I guess meeting room. This is where Ed and Danielle are seeing each other for the first time since Ed was given the assignment, and it's a little awkward, and but. A little bit gloaty maybe on Ed's part.
But unlike Ed, Danielle isn't a huge sooky baby about it.
Correct.
No, I love when she's like, I'm coming for you. Like, our backup team is gonna, like, he loves that too. Like, that it was, that was awesome, but he failed.
And if he could have given the same energy back to her later in the episode when the decision is reversed, I would have respected that a lot more. But he just acts like a little piss baby who doesn't get his own way. It's disgusting.
He's a bitch.
Correct. Yes, he does do that. All those things.
He's a jerk.
He's a jerk because he's happy to accept her support, but he doesn't offer it back as a friend. So, and I don't think he doesn't care about Danielle, but he's being selfish and putting that first. But we're not there yet. We'll get to there.
But this is a good scene between two old friends.
Yeah, between the two surviving Bobs, as Bob number 3 is.
Before you move on, Ed Baldwin was born in 1928, so he's not quite. What is he? 60?
Okay.
What year is it now?
92.
92.
Right, but then he's think. I think from his perspective, like Danielle doesn't need to go in 1996 because she can go in 1998. But by 1998, he'll be too old. I think that's part of it.
Because he's 64 now based on that birth date. So he would be 70 in 98.
Right. So I think in some ways, I think that's how he's rationalizing why he's kind of a jerk to Danielle about it, because he deserves this now because this is his chance at this age. But, it's still wrong. But I think that's part of the way what he tells himself.
They don't give Danny a birth year, but they say late 20s in season 1.
Yeah.
And what year is he born?
28.
28.
Well, isn't that the late 20s?
Yeah.
So she's in her late 20s in season 1.
Oh, meaning she's probably born in the 40s. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. So she's a fair bit younger than him in that case. All right. Then we go over to Antarctica. We get some real world footage of NASA's Antarctica setups, I guess. A plane and this base here, which is where Kelly lives now, with others.
There's no Canadian flag there, by the way.
No,
and that's interesting too. They have the Russian flag, not the Soviet flag. That's bad.
Yeah, because I think this is real footage.
That's because in this timeline we've gone rogue.
Yeah, good call. Good catch there. That's a goof. So we're seeing what Kelly's been doing. We saw her in a video message in the first episode, but she works for NASA, but she's now like a scientific researcher and an astronaut. She's been to the Space Lab, and this is where her dad Ed is giving him the news that he's the commander of the Mars mission, which she congratulates him on. And then he was like, "I want you to come with me to Mars and be part of my crew." Is this nepotism? Yes, but I'm going to do it anyway. So
yes.
Kelly's always been a Nepo baby. She went to Annapolis, and now she's Nepoing her way to the moon. Good job, girl. Get it.
Well, she's going for it. So she's coming with Dad to Mars. At least that seems to be the plan at the moment. So she's accepting it.
God, I just thought of something bad, but I'm not going to say it.
Good idea. All right. Okay. Then we are catching up with Danielle at her home as she comes home to tell her husband that she doesn't get the assignment to the Mars mission, to which her husband is not necessarily the most broken up about. They just survived that whole thing on Polaris, and he was he's feeling the danger more. It's feeling a bit more real, and the idea of her going. Not to mention, if your partner, your wife, your husband, whoever left for what is it like 4 years? You're gonna be gone on this mission. 2 years there, 2 years back. It's a long time. It's not an
I'd
insignificant
be more
amount.
concerned about the backdrop tile. Ugh.
I think
You
in
don't
the
like
90s,
that? I love it.
Ugh.
I think in the 90s that would fly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think even then.
I couldn't look at that for more than a week. There's no way.
That would drive me nuts.
No. All right. Well, so Danielle.
Listen, I would love that backsplash if that handsome fellow was in the kitchen cooking me dinner. I wouldn't have a problem with the backsplash at all.
What do you think of like Danielle's stepson? And so far,
I can't wait for him to have an entire season arc of something that doesn't matter.
I feel like that's maybe where they're going. I can't remember. Like they seem to give him a decent amount of screen time. And that Danielle, she says, I'm not going to Mars right away, but I'm going to help you with your homework assignments and writing about John Adams, or was it John Quincy Adams? I can't remember. But
Those two are different?
yeah, father and son,
Oh, I didn't know that.
both presidents of the United States.
They were.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's gonna help him out. I think that's mostly what that scene was. Does anyone else have any thoughts on it before I move on?
It really showed the normalization of it. It seems like she can detach from NASA versus Ed, who is all in all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good read. I agree with that.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah, Ed was also mentioned that he had broken up with his new wife, whereas Danielle's got maybe her home life a little bit more in order comparatively. So
Well, maybe her husband wasn't dancing and enjoying himself at the wedding, so they can stay married.
How dare he?
Yeah. Well, she tried to throw that shoe at him, but oops. Anyway, so then we get are these like the campaign commercials for
It's
Bill
got to
Clinton?
be a real one.
Yeah,
Make
this
sure
one-
you vote for Goldie Wilson for 92.
Well, this is an attack on Bill Clinton from Ellen's campaign. Voters don't trust Bill Clinton. I'm hating that Jeff's not here for this part, but
Yeah, this would have been a good episode for him to cover.
right. Just talk about. Do you like taxes on beer? Do you like taxes
It's like a
On
Canadian.
mobile
homes?
Oh no, not beer and mobile homes.
Tourism? That's what Bill
And
Clinton
I can't
wants.
go anywhere. Damn you, Bill Clinton.
Right? We get the shot. Then we can see Hillary Clinton.
Hillary
pretty
looks
young she was.
amazing here. 90s wispy bangs and dark eyebrow and
Oh,
earrings.
she was
Hillary
a bit of a
looks great.
smoker when she was younger. For
She
sure.
was, yes. Hillary
Oh, yeah.
Rodham Clinton, babes.
Yeah. He wants to look at all this money.
Right.
He's making Arkansas bankrupt.
I don't know. That says 220 billion. That's a good amount of money to pull in.
Yeah. More taxes? No
No.
more taxes. Not from Ellen Wilson, the astronaut.
The hero, the American hero.
The
American
true
hero.
American hero.
The girl next
Yeah.
door. Here she comes. Just say no.
There's the line from Nancy Reagan. Just say no.
Just say no.
Say no.
The
Yeah,
war
that
on
whole
drugs.
dare to stay off of drugs thing that worked out well.
Yes, the very successful war on drugs, because as you know, nobody does drugs anymore.
Not a single
No.
one.
Oh God.
Not
Certainly not beautiful, true American hero Ellen Wilson.
what's his name? The other Steve.
Every time I see Wilson 92, I think of Back to the Future though,
right,
because the
Goldie
mayor was
Wilson.
Goldie Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
That
yeah,
was
so
my
she's-
joke from earlier. that
She's
nobody
running.
laughed
She's the candidate. Of course, and especially at this time, it was all about Democrats tax too much. Republicans don't tax. I guess that's still the rhetoric. And then we see here this is like the campaign office of Ellen Wilson. We told her that she's leaving this place for a bigger place. This looks like the campaign office for somebody running for city council, but it seemed a little underwhelming for a presidential candidate. But I think that's why they addressed it in the dialogue. We get to meet this candidate potential for vice presidential running mate for Ellen, who's a governor. I don't even know if they tell us what state he's from, but he's a Republican governor of one of the states. And he's the one that Larry was would be good on for the base,
I had a
Good.
teacher that looked like her too.
like Ellen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pearls too.
Yeah. French teacher.
Linda, she does kind of look like a French teacher, but that's the subject I would assign to her.
Sorry, Dave. I'm just having post-traumatic stress.
It's okay.
fine.
It's okay. I understand.
Sorry.
If anyone's had trauma in French class, it's me. Okay. So then, anyway, so she's talking to this guy, and she's like, well, I might be Republican, and I'm definitely pro-life, but I'm into stem cell research, so I'm not as hard as you are. Are you going to back me up on stuff like that, even if you don't agree with all my positions? And he was like, sure. If you'll make me the vice president, I will say yes. That's my feeling on the conversation.
With these ears, I'm not getting anything else. So yeah.
This is it, man. It's like, even him, who's got his staunch opinions and blah blah blah. Oh yeah, make me vice president. I'll play whatever you want me to say.
That'd be like, fine. Stem cells are fine, right?
I can't wait to see them parody him on South Park. That would be great. It's okay, boss.
So I don't know. There's kind of this pragmatic deal being made between them because they represent different wings of the party, I suppose, and so that's what they're going with.
And I think it really parallels what we were talking about earlier, how Ellen is willing to change her values and sacrifice basically everything for this office. And he's like, me too. Pro-life, who cares? Make me vice president.
It's like they honestly think we can be the different person to get into power, and then we're going to go back to what we believe in. But that never happens.
I don't believe that's what they believe. I think they know that as a fact.
Well, like
sadly,
it's never really discussed before this. But was Ellen always pro-life? Or did she become that because that's the party she chose and the party she joined? Right.
That is the party she joined.
And so
I'm pro. It's none of my
the
damn
way it
business.
is, and they did it for Larry, because that's where all the closeted gays go. They go to the Republican side and try to stop everyone else from being gay.
Well, like how many scandals have there been about Republican congressmen and senators being found in like bathrooms? Like
How many couches need to be screwed before we figure this out? That's what I want to know.
couches?
Well,
Yeah, don't you know that one?
No.
If you really want to talk about like how Clinton got away with the whole Monica, what's her last name? Lewinsky scandal, honestly, was remarkable. That would never happen. We know what he did, and he walked away scot-free from that. And she was made out.
Suffered so much for it.
She suffered way worse than he ever did about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, he got impeached, I guess, but he didn't get convicted. But
He didn't get impeached.
He was impeached.
That doesn't mean anything anyway, apparently.
No, it matters even less now than it did then. So, anyway, so then we go back to NASA where Margot has come back from her trip. I guess she went to Alabama.
Huntsville.
Did she go see Werner? Is Werner still alive at this point? I wonder. Anyway. So she crosses Bill in the hall here, and Bill says, "Hey, that's exciting that we have Ed as the commander of the Mars mission. That's And she finds out for the first time. What?
Jesus.
Ed is the commander of the Mars mission. I thought she's the Molly commander, and she's like, "What?" So Margot storms off here.
And you just like this the way she's just marching off. Look at that.
I hate her so much.
Well, she's got to be Margot.
I want her to be killed first.
She goes to.
Oh my God, Jody! Tracy just died. Lay off the women for a minute.
Oh, what are you implying?
I'm implying that you hate a lot of the women characters. And I'm not implying, I'm straight up saying it.
Wow. I have never been so offended in my life.
Yes, I'm sure.
How about this one?
I can honestly say I am not loving Margot at all.
Yeah. See? Is he sexist too? Why don't you get up on him, Heather?
All of last season yelling about how much he wanted Tracy to die.
Tracy was a garbage person.
She saved the world. She saved the moon.
Save shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
Gordo did.
do you know who also doesn't like Margot?
Who?
Molly.
Molly.
Yeah.
I don't like Margot.
Right.
I love Molly.
Molly. So Molly and Margot have this confrontation here where Molly says, "It's my call. I decide. I'm the head of the astronaut office." And I do agree with Molly here. I think that giving Margot a heads up would have been nice, or a courtesy too, but like under her position. But she also is a subordinate technically to Margot, and so Margot does have the power to pull this move, which is basically to say you're fired. Like she fires Molly.
I almost never agree with Molly. I think she's reckless in almost everything.
Do you agree with her in this conversation, or would you agree
Not
with
really.
Margot? You're more on the Margot side of it.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, and Adam,
I think
Here's the problem. We identified the problem of NASA right now. So by doing what she's doing, this committee of whoever to basically be an oversight to all of the astronauts. And thinking more about this is like when they get to the Jamestown shot later, and you've got basically ships going up all the time now. Like this is a milk run, right? So you're gonna okay those people, or is this just for the big missions? It sounds like she wants to be involved in everything. So here you've got government and bureaucracy started. We already have an office that's identified. We do this role. Okay, why? Yeah. Because it's separate from you guys who really focus on the science of the missions. Okay, so Margot is now really trying to control the whole thing and really she's now becoming by putting another layer in, which slows the process down. And guess what? You've got Dev now saying, I'm going to go to the moon sooner. Why? Because we can do it faster and better.
Because of all the bureaucracy is gone. Because we have meetings with everybody.
And living in freaking Ottawa here, where we got offices and people, and God knows what they do. A lot of people.
Not much.
I'm not sure they even know.
No, they don't. Let me tell you this though. Like, I agree with Molly's sentiment. Coming back to, I think, or maybe it's Ed or Deke. It's invoked in the episode. This idea that the astronaut office is run by a former astronaut who has had to put their ass on the line, so to speak.
And they understand the process. Yeah.
Understands what it takes and what it doesn't, and that's something Margot will not have insight into in their mind, at least, right? That's for the criteria who is selected. It's not just about how many master's degrees you have and your proficiency in engineering, but there's more to it than that in their mind. And so that's why the office was set up the way it was, so that they could decide on a human level, this person's ready or this person's not. Or this is the best.
Then you place those people on the committee. You place those astronauts on the committee as well. You don't just have one, that worked in the beginning, but this is a bigger enterprise now. You can't just have one person deciding who goes up.
Kevin, and the counterpoint to what I was just saying and this bureaucracy is the fact that there's a lot of nepotism. There's a lot of weird decision making that goes on and spontaneity. And I like you today, which is the wrong way to do it as well.
She was ready for Ed to take his daughter to Mars. Right.
Well, remember, what did Ed do with the job? He made himself the commander of Pathfinder, right? He also made Gordo an astronaut that worked out, but Gordo was not.
I'm not saying it was perfect.
Yeah.
All I'm just saying is another level of just make somebody a decision maker, please.
Yeah.
And I guess Margot wants, because Molly's right. Margot handpicks the scientists that she wants, the engineers and whoever, into this committee. Who are they going to listen to?
I'm just going to say it. Margot is Trump.
So I think you can have. I think you can have a committee, but I think who's on the committee, and who has there needs to be a balance there.
Put her own people
based on
everywhere.
that, in my opinion, based on the original mix, astronauts.
Look, somebody's going to have to make a decision at the end of it, and it's going to be Margot.
Well, that's the way Margot likes it. So Margot then has to deliver this news to Ed that that Molly shouldn't have given you that job. You're not going to be the commander of the Mars mission, after all. Sorry, but you can back her up or whatever. And,
biggest crime is her hair.
And Ed is Ed. I would say he doesn't take it super well.
Well, I can't blame him, but also in a way, did you earn it, Ed?
Yeah. They really make him look a lot older with this sweater vest, don't they?
It's yeah. They're really dressing him.
I was thinking about getting a sweater vest like
elderly.
that.
And then with the boot, he's hunched over all the time too, just looking old.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's my pipe?"
Anyway, so
He's mad now.
Ed is mad. He says this is not what Deke wanted. He brings up Deke in the astronaut office, and he storms out, and he's not too happy here.
My girl reminds me of somebody too, and I can't remember who. It'll come to me.
Then in the next scene, we got Danielle watching Robot Wars with her family on the TV. You know, I don't know if you guys.
By the way, that was fantastic TV. I love that stuff.
Now, are they watching this in widescreen like format back then, like in the 90s?
So this is definitely a widescreen Sony television, and this appears to be a backlit one, but it could actually be one of the early LCD models.
Well, I mean, Kelly was talking on video phone from Antarctica a few scenes ago, so I think we can accept the widescreen Sony
Yeah,
in
why not?
Danielle's living room.
I accept it.
And they're 3D printing things at Helios.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And what was this printer behind? Like, if we go back just to
You're
I
talking about the
noticed
printer
that
that stands
too.
up.
This big old printer.
this thing.
So
Yeah.
that is
Loves it.
that's a Braille printer.
Oh,
So it's a printer that prints in Braille.
Cool.
gotcha.
I
Only
kind of
sports
want one
athletes.
now.
I'm willing to bet they're not cheap still. Yeah.
No, I imagine they're not.
No.
So anyway, they're watching the Robot Wars, but then Danielle gets the call in the middle of all this. Cover from Margot. I used to watch Robot Wars. It was
Oh, I love that stuff, man.
Yeah.
It was great.
I had a cordless phone like that one.
cordless phone. Yes.
Mhm.
I'm just glad they're showing cordless phones finally, because they were around in the 80s and no one had one then, apparently, in this show.
Different technologies go to different speeds in this timeline.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, so she gets the news that she is going to Mars, and she's very thrilled and excited, and everything else.
I
And
don't think her husband would be, though.
they look super happy, I'd say.
They're like, great. four years of meals made by dad. Fantastic.
right.
This
Well,
is going to suck.
like when she would get back, like the stepson here, you'd be quite a bit older, you know. For him, it'd be quite the amount of time.
Like 4
So-
years.
Yeah. Well, but you know what I mean. Anyway,
I know
so
what
then
you mean.
we got. I guess Molly got fired, but she still got to hang out in the office for long enough to commiserate with Ed.
Well, she's got a box on her desk. You can tell she's leaving.
She's working on it.
yeah.
I enjoyed this so much. This
This was
scene.
a good scene.
It's
I did like it.
it's these two complaining about like being bitter about just being
Margot.
old and not
We're old and
love
we're
it.
no
That's
longer
it.
useful. Yeah.
This is the best goodbye either of them could have. Neither of them is ever going to leave happy. It's just not going to happen.
Uh-huh.
That's not what they do. You know,
I feel the exact same way that he looks right now when I do some of these reviews for Star Trek,
yeah, like
especially
you know,
Discovery.
them talk about how it's all gone to hell, how it's not the old agency that used to be, that they've kind of the type of astronaut they represent doesn't really exist anymore. They're kind of an endangered species going extinct in a sense, you know.
Kind of like
and-
Dave talking about non-canon Star Trek, right?
Oh, for
Adam
those
with
of
the-
you listening, we just got a very elaborate eye roll from Dave.
Yeah, you could probably hear it. It was like kind of like creaking.
That's where my eyes go. Let's just get this one over with quick. Aleda is up on the moon. She's looking at the moon rock, and she's, you know, I get it. Like, I would be thrilled myself to go to the
Oh,
moon.
of course.
For sure.
And
Do
the
I need to see
Smashing
it?
Pumpkins are playing today. Cute.
Today is the greatest day that I have ever known. Yeah, so she's fulfilling that dream, like the dream that her mother had for, you know, her and for her, you know, she adopted as herself. This is incredible.
This
You know,
this could have ended here, though. Like, we didn't need the second scene.
I
But the
agree.
juxtaposition of cutting from Ed and Molly talking about how they're dinosaurs and they're not like this, they don't do it like that anymore. They're the old guard, and then cutting to young Aleda on the moon for the first time. That was deliberate to put those two together, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
They got
And
some
this
of their
is
phones
so
now.
cool, this shot. where they pull
That is cool.
out of the base. We get to see all of that. Rad.
Yeah, and it feels like the base. Is it bigger than it used to be? Like, it feels like
Oh,
it
yeah.
is, right? Yeah, it is,
I think
right?
it's a little bit bigger, yeah.
Yeah, and they got more.
And I think they only had one of the landing pads.
No,
Like
they
four.
showed they had like 4 of them.
Did they?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
But I feel like there's more structures they've added. Like, you know,
they have added more stuff around though, for sure.
Another institution that's gone to hell, as alluded to by Ed and Molly, was the Outpost, which is now like a family restaurant chain that you know.
The specials are moon pie, space chili, and Mars bake.
Kids eat free
It's gotta
Monday
be-
to Friday.
Fucking spaghetti.
Yes.
So they don't feed kids on the weekend?
No.
That's
yeah,
terrible.
You got to pay if you want it then. See, it's like a gift shop with different astronaut merchandise. But this is the scene we kind of have been talking about the whole time, where Ed is such a jerk to Danielle. But, you know, because this is the first time they're talking since the assignment was taken away from him and given to her, and she's not happy that in the way this went at all. But Ed starts blaming everything.
Affirmative action.
Yeah.
Affirmative action, basically. That she's been selected based on her race and or gender or whatever. So
But that again, it just continues to show his immaturity, and he's all about Ed all the time, because Margot did give him a compelling reason. You don't have the science she does
right
to do this mission.
But he doesn't care. So
He's a rocket jockey.
He's like, I'll just bring a scientist with me. Why do I need to know about anything with that?
Well, it's kind of interesting. Why didn't they make like him in command and her second in command? Send them both.
Because the last time that happened, guns were drawn on people.
Good old Sally ride. Is she,
No,
she done now?
Yeah, we don't know what happened to Sally, and she hasn't shown up in the season. What happened to her after all?
I
those
still haven't
events?
watched that documentary yet. I hear it's good.
Anyway, so Danielle just walks out on Ed after these comments, and she's like, "I've heard that shit my whole life, but I didn't think I would have heard from you. We're supposed to be Bobs. What the hell?"
Yeah, that cuts deep. Like that.
Yeah.
That's a big betrayal by a close friend.
Yeah, and I think Ed kind of knows it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Debatable. Back on the moon. Okay, let's quickly. We got this conversation here with Aleda and her son. Is with her dad, I guess, more looking for the thing she's calling. It's like, I'm on the moon. The Apple.
The Newton.
Phone Newton thingy.
Yeah.
Her dad,
Which was never in color, by the way.
she wants her son to be more excited about this, but he's 3, so I kind of get it.
Yeah, he's 3. Like, what do you want from him? Like, yay, and then that's it. Like, that's all you're gonna get.
He's into DuckTales. Guess what? So was I.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If it's talk to a chick on the moon or watch DuckTales, I'm taking DuckTales every time.
Talk to your mom.
It's my mom. I don't care. DuckTales is on.
Yeah.
DuckTales, woo!
Yeah, what you know? He says, "How are you getting along with with the latest husband, whose name escapes me?" And he's like, "I get along with him. He doesn't like to get along with me." But
I just
Javier.
keep force feeding him cheese.
yeah, and he keeps being farty, and I don't get it. So that's my that's my whole standpoint. But her dad having a bit of a mental decline, like he kind of goes away here. It's just who you want, watching your kid while you're on the moon. So,
Well, the dad's around, isn't he?
but he's like losing his Javier. I don't know where he is in this moment, but he's not in this scene.
Probably at work.
Yeah, maybe
Probably
he's
on the
out
toilet.
or on the can.
Oh,
Especially if they have phones that can browse things now. Oh man, I'm telling you.
Okay.
If I had that in the 90s, you would have never saw me.
We then go back to Earth and to Karen Baldwin's house as she's watching on TV. She sees here Ellen announcing that governor guy as her new running mate, as the vice presidential candidate. But just then, who slams into her front gate of her mansion that she now lives in?
Obviously, the drunk and unstable stalker guy.
No, it's her ex-husband.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Which
It could have been either one.
Which ex-lover is crashing into my house now? I suppose I'll go find out.
Could be any of them, really.
Which person did Karen have sex with while drunk? Is now crashing.
Listen though, Karen has so many exes obsessed with her. She must be absolute bomb in bed, like really.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Especially with that wig on.
Yeah. Ed
That's
is
a good-looking wig.
very drunk, and he's also slightly wounded, I guess, on his
Why
hand.
is Ed driving a Miata?
It was the 90s? We didn't know?
That's the correct answer, Heather. So
He called it a toy car when he got out of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it. All right. So she brings him inside to help out. But who's hanging outside her house?
The other drunken idiot.
Danny.
Oh no.
Yeah, that one.
This is not
Somebody tell Amber so she can cut her losses and GTFO.
good. Yes.
Amber is probably already dead in the basement somewhere.
Oh, when he describes on their wedding day, he felt sick. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, you got problems, bro.
She like she's not innocent in it, but like him being like this is not her fault. Like
This is
Oh
a
my
big
God, no.
loose cannon right now. This guy,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what he's gonna do, what wrench he's gonna throw.
Are we gonna start a death pool here, or what are we doing?
no death pools.
No.
So, it's just the real thing. Anyway, so Danny's hanging outside. We already heard about how he doesn't like Ed, but would never say that to Ed's face. Anyway, so Karen's, and by the way, this scratch on Ed's hand is very minor.
Yeah, like he crashed a Miata, and that's all he has.
Yeah.
No,
Good
he said
for
it was
him.
the rose bushes.
That's
Oh,
from
that
the
was
rose bushes.
It's okay. She's got a cotton ball, the main tool of first aid.
Listen, I was just thrilled that this didn't become a big let's have sex scene.
Let's get back together or something.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's coming sometime in this season. I can feel it.
We'll see. Anyway, so they're talking about like what would have happened. Ed gets pretty philosophical in this conversation, talking about like, what if I hadn't met you that day? What if we hadn't,
Well, he had gone into engineering, civic engineering.
Yeah, he talks about this whole thing. He wanted to be a civil engineer to build a bridge because it's something that really lasts. Compared to an astronaut who, what do you got? A bunch of news clippings and things that will be forgotten in time.
Yeah, you only got to leave the planet, but whatever.
Yeah. But I guess, he's thinking about legacy and his mark on the world and those kinds of things. But,
Why don't you build a bridge to the drunk tank and get out of here, dude? Driving your Miata into my house? Like, really?
Right.
Sad.
Yeah. Well,
Did
Karen,
they just
Don't you know
leave
I had
me out of
another
there?
gentleman caller coming?
yeah, I have enough
many stalkers, Ed.
Come on.
Get in line, bro.
I got enough stalkers, and I'm filthy rich now.
But I guess this what gives Karen, this conversation gives Karen the idea to pitch Ed to
Yes.
Dev, right?
Mhm.
So
She wants peace in the office. That's why.
at Helios, which we see here, it's got a nice little office. So she comes here to meet with Dev, and we get a sense of like what the space is like, and what Heather was alluding to earlier, that it's kind of like what Apple was. We see a guy here with shorts and flip flops on in an office.
Wow.
What?
Oh my
Shocking.
gosh. I bet they call it a campus.
And he's got a Discman in his hand.
And guys, like, don't be fooled. All this comfort and video games and all this, they just want you to
It's
stay
a
longer.
ruse.
at the
They just want you to
job.
stay longer and work longer
Yeah.
hours.
It's a ruse. Yeah.
And not get paid for the extra time you work because we're a family here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to play foosball? You want to bring your bike to work? We'll let that happen.
Want to sit in these cool rickety red chairs? They're round.
We got them from IKEA. They were good.
Whimsical.
Yeah, very whimsical.
Did anybody
Very-
think that the outfit that Karen's got on leads you to believe that she's going to do a stripogram at one point?
No.
No.
Oh.
You're the only one who thinks like this. Okay. Dev doesn't have an office. Adam's okay
I
with
was
it.
crying, by the way.
And they don't have hierarchy. There are no titles.
I love that shirt, though. I'd wear the hell out of that shirt. Look at it.
Sure, it's
It's
all right.
awesome.
Yeah, I like this look for Dev too.
Sure, in the pants. It's time for like a latte or something. So Dev and Karen start walking and talking, and this is where she's like, she's like, do you have a commander for your Mars mission? He's like, not yet.
So
but
wait. Even though he doesn't have an office or a conference room, he still had to get her away from his little cubicle where everybody could hear.
yes, because usually in these kinds of things, you would have meeting rooms like on the outside for like this kind of a concept.
No. We
Or
just
like
chill
a
and
breakout
gather
room.
around.
Yeah,
We just
Come
bring
on.
it in.
Just bring it in, everyone. Little huddle.
That would honestly would be such a nightmare for me at work. That is not like
Oh, yeah.
fun office culture for me. That is a nightmare where everybody's in my shit and touching my stapler, and I
Yeah.
don't want any of it.
Stapler. Is it a
Mm-mm.
red stapler?
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
Okay,
Uh,
Milton.
So we see like this meeting here where like, you know, Dev's like, well, how about Ed as the commander of our Mars mission? And a few of them are like, no. So some people are excited. Mostly the men are excited. This one guy with the No War T-shirt talks. He thinks that's the greatest idea ever. Whereas this woman here, she is not for it. She doesn't like this idea. She's one of the people that will vote no. But everyone's kind of, you know, contributing their own thoughts and this open concept and they're a collective. They're not a hierarchy, everyone. They're kind of like the Borg, perhaps.
They're kind of like the Borg.
So I don't know. Like on the surface, I do like this as a concept. I would like to work at a company that would hear my voice out and would, you know, everyone could contribute.
But the
whatever.
problem is you're hearing everybody else's voices too. It's not going to work.
Mhm.
Right. Like the idea that they even got to this size with that philosophy would be kind of a little difficult to accept because like there would be some hierarchy. There would be some kind of like second in command or third in
Somebody
command.
signs the paychecks. Come on now.
Someone's doing accounting. Those people don't care about this stuff. I can tell you that. They
No,
don't
they
care
don't
about
care.
the happy all. They come in to do books and accounting, and that's it. Like those types
Well,
of
I can
people.
tell you, nobody but Dev could have offered Karen the money, you know, for her company, and yeah,
Right,
there is
right.
that
Like
there.
it's not like that other guy there with the No War shirt could have said, "Hey, I want to offer you a job." For whatever title. Like no, that's Dev is like the main shareholder too, right? So
They
he
got
does-
chest and air hockey. Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's
And foosball.
but
And
apparently
foosball.
the,
I want to
so
work
the-
here.
The decision to eventually hire Ed as the commander of their mission is like it seems to be a raise of hands, like a show of hands, and that's how they come to this
That's
decision.
what I was hoping they would snap.
Interpretive dance. That's how it would go. So as Karen's on the way out here, this is where Dev stops her and basically offers her a job to come work for him, to be mainly to help recruit astronauts to be on the mission.
The correct term, come work for us.
Come work for us. Yes. Come work for the collective. And
You'll
you
be
can-
assimilated.
Be our queen, Karen. Join us.
So
We
she
will
sees-
integrate your uniqueness to ours.
We don't actually get to hear her give the answer here, but we'll come back to that. Meanwhile, we got back at NASA, we got Danielle and Margot talking about crew assignments. Margot goes, "This is everyone Ed wanted for the mission, so you can either tell them they're not coming or they are. Like that's up to you now. But you
That's
have
kind of
to
a dick move.
I feel like that's still Margot's job.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
Margot,
like your job.
Margot's
No,
over
no,
it.
no. Margot's done her job now. She's like,
I fired
got
Molly.
what I wanted. I fired Molly.
I got rid of Molly. I
defeated
didn't want her
Danielle.
anyway.
And if you don't want to be fired too, Danielle, you better be calling up, people knowing they're coming.
You got to go. You got to call up Kelly and crush her.
yeah.
Congrats.
Well, at least Danielle would tell Kelly to her face, or at least over the phone, unlike her parent.
True. Yeah. Anyways.
Product placement. Margot's
Yeah, the
drinking Diet Coke
Yes.
in her tweed button-down suit.
Wait a
Just
second.
for-
That's not Slim Fast.
At night she
No,
goes Diet
that
Coke.
she left that in the 80s. She's a 90s lady now. She's on the go. She needs Diet Coke and caffeine and
No.
this young
Last
man.
week she was drinking it. She's got like a whole bed now.
Yeah,
Oh,
she had a whole
yeah,
thing
right,
of-
right, right.
She drinks it in the morning. But we see here that is it Danielle is the one who presents Margot with Danny Stevens as a candidate to come on the mission, to come on the Mars mission. So that's being floated out.
Hide
here,
your moms.
yeah, well, watch out, Danielle. I heard you. Anyway, so then
I heard your mother.
Margot's assistant comes in to say something's big on the news. You better turn it on. So they.
Do you get
head
the
over-
impression that this assistant is absolutely useless?
She's a little timid.
Like 3 times we've seen her, and all 3 times she hasn't done anything other than like whispered something.
Okay, we're moving on. I'm just gonna.
Margot's got people now. Just so you know.
She's
Fair
got
enough.
people. How about the Solo Flex brochure? You want to get that?
That was a real thing.
It was. You can tell when it's a real commercial. But here's Dev giving his announcement. Big announcement from Helios. Oh, Karen's joined the company.
God damn that wig.
Look at that wig.
That's a wig.
That was an expensive wig.
I bet.
So all the reactions here from Margot and Danielle, respectively. So that one, they're like, okay, whatever, And then Dev's like, I'm here to make my announcement. I've got my ass. We're going to Mars, right? Like he talks about the value of private enterprise in the creation of invention, right? He talks about like the first hot air balloon and the Wright brothers being bicycle makers, right? Who created the first airplane? Faith of the heart.
Gonna break me.
That the Spirit of St. Louis was a private venture, and so it's kind of an interesting presentation and speech where he's kind of talking about the role of a company or versus like a governmental agency like NASA.
You don't need big government doing this for you.
Right? We can do this with capitalism. And so Dev,
One true voice.
right? Dev Gann is saying he's like, we got our mission commander. He was the guy who first had that was the first one on Jamestown. The first one to, fly the nuclear-powered Pathfinder space shuttle and go into Mars. I guess they're showing the spaceship first here. So this is the Phoenix, as they show us the Polaris turned into Phoenix. Looks pretty cool, right? And then the big bombshell is that Ed is joined the crew here.
There's 2 big bombshells.
What's the
Ed's
first
joining crew, and then the timing.
Oh yeah, and we're not going in 96. We're going in 94. We're going in 2 years. Well past, so they're easily gonna beat.
I think so.
NASA.
So funny enough, like Ed must have not resigned from NASA yet.
He must not have. Yeah, which feels like I don't know what his contract says about these.
I don't think he's getting severance pay.
No, maybe
No.
not.
It's the United States. They don't give severance. There's no such thing as
That's true. You're right.
employment at
But
will.
he would get his he's still a naval admiral. Like he's still getting his.
He would get it. He would get his pension if he left you.
Yeah. Anyway, so we see Kelly finding out about this on TV.
Poor Kelly, man. That's rough.
Yeah, both of her divorced parents are up on stage now, and then
Yeah.
her dad just offered her a job, and now is he going to bring her here? Maybe.
He's gonna try. So anyway, so Deb giving this big announcement, and Margot and Danielle kind of shocked by all of this, right? And the big, revelation, like this is kind of, it almost like felt like a pro wrestling thing where you found out like your enemy joined the other stable.
Like a heel face turn or face heel turn, I should say. I thought all the reaction shots of everybody were so great. And I think they cast Dev Ayesa really, really well. That actor does a fantastic job because you really buy that he's that charismatic and intense. And like, you want to buy into his pitches.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. He could be like the leader of this company. He does a good job of selling like the intellectual side of his character and like the salesman side of his character, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But who's not happy about it? Go back one slide.
Yeah, but even there is like when Ed walked out, they play "Fly Me to the Moon," which they also used decades earlier when he walked into something. So
yeah, get some old timey music here. It's kind of like it's more of a callback, right? It's like not a '90s song they throw in here. And then
the best scene in the episode.
And who's more pleased than anyone? It's Molly Cobb at home in her
stroking Molly.
In her bubble bath, having a joint. Just good for you. Stick it to the bastards, Ed.
That clip is way too high on that joint, though.
Yeah,
just gonna say.
She's blind, Jody.
Oh, good point. Good point. I never even thought of that.
Anyway, that
Don't
is
make
the...
me out to be a villain, okay? Stop doing that.
Oh,
Even though I am. I was
Well,
voted best villain at one point.
You are. You won a whole tier contest.
Yeah.
Well, that is the episode plot. Sorry, it took me a bit to get through it, but NPR. Okay.
there's a lot going on.
Oh, that's the link for the JD Vance joke I made.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What
That was
Adam?
for you guys.
Adam, do you have any trivia or fun facts you could share with us on this episode?
Fun facts with
I don't have a lot
Adam.
tonight, Dave, but
I'm doing fun facts with Adam.
there's not a lot tonight, but I will leave this is that you talked about the charisma of Dev and how he gets people on board. They played his character so well, and when he first met Karen in that tent, we didn't talk about it, but that speech he made, and he goes, if they divide up Mars like they did on the moon, we'll never escape this destructive cycle, this us versus them. In
Right.
Kenya, there's a key word in Swahili, harambe. It means stronger together, mutual responsibility. And the article I'm reading, it's almost like a world in Star Trek, And so the question really is Dev a utopian visionary, or is there something more nefarious at play here?
Or is he
just
is there like a
carrying his-
naivete to that?
or is he just worried about his company and he wants to see it do well? I think he wants both, honestly. But first to the moon, and now you're a private company. You do have a stake, and he's going to be 2 years ahead if this goes well.
Mhm.
I'm look, for season 2 for me was a little bit of a drag for a lot of episodes, but man, this has started great.
Oh,
Yeah.
just wait.
I hope they
just
keep
wait.
up the momentum.
Yeah,
Don't tease me like that, Dave.
Well, what I really love about this season is like the race to Mars, because we haven't even caught up with the Soviets really, or any of what they're doing in this whole mix. But it's going to become this basically 3-way race.
Probably getting shot.
So.
But I loved Margot and Danny's face in that room, and it's particularly Margot who was just like shocked to say, "What are we going to do now? I got to get moving and get everybody faster." And they're not ready. Well, they could be ready if you stop making committees, but I don't know. Like,
And I think you're the other thing. What I like about this season and what they do, and good thing of showing, is between Helios and NASA and how they're different. Like a private enterprise versus like a governmental agency, where a governmental agency definitely more cautious, definitely wants to be more planned out and prepared.
Well, it's also very political too, and tied into the president had all kinds of say in last episode, like last year when Reagan was involved, right? And everything they do is tied into the whoever's in government at the time. But the other thing is, like, if I was her, I would just put the day-to-day operations of like Jamestown aside, get somebody else to handle that, and then she handles the race essentially.
Yeah, because like Jamestown is more or less.
It's business as usual now.
Business as usual now. So now it's all about the next thing, right? Who's going to get to and with the Soviets having beaten them to the moon, right? Like this has to be a priority for the states as well. So,
but in another thing too is like, are they is whoever wins this election, are they going to find a way to say to Dev, you can't do this?
you think Bill Clinton
I'm
would
very
do such a
curious to
thing?
see how this is going to go.
So, or Ellen Wilson. Ellen Wilson being the
Margot
astronaut of the two candidates. We'll see how much that plays into it as well.
I'm sorry,
I'm guessing
Ellen,
Bill
yeah.
wins.
We'll see. Okay.
I did want to mention, Dave, I noticed that I don't remember who said it, but there was a scene where they said what I think is the Survivor motto, or very close to it. Improvise something.
Oh.
Was it Karen talking about Ed? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think a little bit. I think I vaguely remember in the scene, but I think so the Survivor model being outwit a play at last sort of thing.
It was something along those lines, but I wish I had written it down because I noted it and was like, I wonder if that was like a direct reference to Survivor, but just like a little nod to it or something. But I don't remember what it was. So cool story. Anyway, let's move
No,
on
no, it's
to
all good. No,
ratings.
but this idea of like, I guess, rising above the pack and the competition of it all, I think is what it was going.
They were also talking about actually going back to when she was talking about her running mate. They were also talking about John McCain becoming her running mate, which I thought was interesting back then. Go ahead.
Can I share this fact with you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
In several takes, it is shown that people on Earth and in the Jamestown moon base are using Apple Newton MessagePad 120 PDAs as a two-way, full-color video calling device, including docking cradles and PCM CIA PC cards, video cameras adapted to them. In our reality, not only that MessagePad 120 wouldn't exist before 1996, but it certainly wouldn't have had such audio-visual capabilities. In the show's alternate reality, the technology was far more advanced by the mid-90s. And in a couple of moments, upon finishing a video call, the real black and white desktop and icons of a Newton MP120 from our reality can be seen. So just a little bit of the technology things. The props department created the video-capable Newton message pads by putting an iPhone 12 Pro Max into a custom-built base. The accessory camera module was added to conceal the actual phone's camera and is therefore not detachable. So there you go.
You also had, one more thing in this episode too is when Isaiah Johnson, who's Daniel's stepson, when she came home and said she wasn't going, his line was much like the other way. They picked the old white guy, shocker.
Yeah, right.
When he comes back, he's going to be using a walker and a colostomy bag up with him.
So did the riots happen?
The LA riots?
Yeah, the LA riots. Does OJ Simpson happen in this?
We're not there yet. This is this year. Yeah,
that's coming up. The LA riots would have been in '92, right?
Yeah, they were in '92.
And then, but OJ Simpson is '93 or '94.
OJ's '93, I think.
Yeah, so
maybe we'll find out in one of the news montages that.
Yeah, this is like that happened in spring of '92.
Yeah, I remember it being '92.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get into our ratings of this episode and put a score up. Heather, we still have to catch up with you from episode 1. If you'd like to go first tonight,
I am going to give that a 9.5.
Okay.
Because the only reason I deducted a point is because of Ed's ridiculous treatment of Yvonne.
Danielle. Oh no, his ex-wife. His
ex-wife. He was mad at her for no reason. I'm mad about that, so I deducted half.
He's mad at her because Karen told him to be.
I don't know. It was the dance thing.
Yeah. All right. And how about this episode? While you have the floor, Heather.
I will give this one a 9.
Okay. All right. Jeff's not with us. Kevin, we're gonna go to you next.
Same as last week, 9.
All right. I'll go. I like this episode. I think I liked the first episode a bit more, so I'll go 9 on this one as well. And Adam.
9.5. This was great episode.
And Jody.
I would give this a 9.5, but I'm going to deduct a point for Margot's hair. So we're going to do 8.5.
You did that last week. You can't do that twice.
Yes, I can, and I'll continue to do it until she changes her hair.
Well, she's working.
There won't be a single episode past 9 until this.
Oh, there you go. So we're averaging a 9 out of 10. This has an 8.2 on IMDb. So it's almost the same as the first week, but it seems like it's just a little. This episode's good, just a little less than last week. So take that for what.
Well, last week was a lot of explosive action and a lot of finding out where the characters are now and everything. So it was a more exciting episode than this one, but I think the quality is very high this season, and I'm so excited to watch the rest of it and discuss it.
Yeah,
the only thing that I would have liked to seen is them bringing Danny. Like, how'd they get him off that thing? Because he was spinning around.
Oh, how he was pulled in from like the edge of that Polaris.
Oh,
yeah.
Literally get like back into the station. Then he's like, "So Karen, we need to talk again." You know, is that what's going on? I don't know.
I'm here for his mental breakdown. I think it's so interesting.
It's coming.
It's coming.
There's going to be a fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Well, and just one thing I found. So if you look at like the first 2 episodes of season 2, we were collectively like at 7.8 and 7.3, and
So we're already better.
Now we're back at 9.6 and 9 for the first 2 episodes. So that's a much more promising start, I would say, to this season. So
According to my stats down there, I'm already higher than all the other seasons. So, if you go by average, yeah.
Right.
So I just remembered the teacher she reminds me of, guys. You got to hear this quick story. So grade 1 or 2, little Adam is throwing rocks into the tennis courts behind Paul and Johnson School on Lawnmower Drive.
Bad Adam. Oh, Lawnmower Drive. I know
I
Lawnmower
was
Drive.
so small I couldn't get it over the fence. I was just following what big kids were doing. Anyway, the teacher that reminds me of Margot, she caught me and she made me put my nose on the wall for 3 recesses for 15 minutes each recess. That was my punishment for 3 recesses. So that's why I didn't like her. There it is.
yeah,
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
no way. Yeah.
Man,
Nobody
dude,
In this
knows
case,
that.
Adam.
Can you imagine them doing that today?
They
I
weren't
remember-
even, they
I
weren't even
remember
doing
the
that when I was a
yardsticks.
kid. Like no one was putting my nose against a wall. Like we had to
I
write
couldn't
lines or that kind of thing. But
That's so cruel.
That's what we did. It was the 80s. They didn't know any better. It was the
Yeah.
70s.
Oh, it was
the 70s,
80s.
they didn't know better. Okay, well, looking ahead to season 2, episode 3, it is called All In. And we get to see a pretty cool shot there of the
Ooh,
new
that-
Phoenix spaceship.
Phoenix got back.
That's going to be fun.
It's gonna be.
There
It's
better
such
be a Sir Mix-a-Lot song in this episode.
such a big ship, but I guess you would want a big ship to go to Mars, right? So,
Well, you need
You
to.
got 2 years. 2 years to go.
Yeah, you
right?
got 2 years.
yeah.
And the nice thing is there's now a hotel attached to it, so that works out well.
Can you imagine going with Ed for 2 years? Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
I'd want my own room. I can tell you that much. So
I'd want my own deck.
we'll look out for that. We'll see, and then we're gonna find out who's gonna be on part of that crew. Who's gonna be part of Danielle's crew? That's gonna become like an ongoing thing.
She
too.
better not take Danny. You can't You can't send a Stevens to space and expect things to go correctly.
Or to make sure you bring some duct tape with you.
Well, I can tell you that Danny and Kelly are going to be in the mix. So
Are we really going 2 years in advance now? Like, is that what's going to happen?
I think there's a jump, yeah, to the next episode. We are jumping to. We're still in 92, but then by the end of it, there's going to be a bit of a jump. So and then it will suddenly be 1994. Eventually.
But Dave, if we jump to Thursdays, what would be happening?
Well, Jody, on Thursday we are. I'm glad you asked. We are wrapping up our coverage of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds season 3. This is episode 10. It's titled "New Life and New Civilizations" coming up, and
I love those jackets.
Oh, wait, she's in this. I forgot.
She's
about
finally,
her.
and she's in this episode. So maybe her
That's good.
storyline will have some stuff happen.
I
So
hope
look
so.
out for that. We'll be on Thursday to talk about that, and then guess who's waiting for us to come back? Sam. Everybody,
Yes. By the way, there has been a Sam sighting.
he came over to Trivial
We got a
Debates
Sam
yesterday.
sighting yesterday during Trivial Debates, and
Sam's back, baby. He
it's
can't wait for
confirmed
us
he's
to
alive,
get going
and we're all
on
happy. about it.
TNG.
Yeah, well, and speaking of which, we were on last night, doing a Star Trek: The Next Generation's Trivial Debates episode that was hosted by Jody, and it featured myself and Heather and our good friend of the show, Sean Farrick, all competing in various debates. And it was
He did
it was
have pants on, though. I was a little disappointed.
we made him put pants on. Well, we didn't make him,
Yeah.
but he did it by himself. So
He did it
it
by
was
himself.
it was all good. So check that out too. You can find that on our channel. And you can also find that on the Trivial Debates channel. So
Yeah.
I think that's all. And then in a week's time, we're coming back for Star Trek: The Next Generation season 3. We're back after we're done Strange New Worlds. We're for season 3, episode 1, titled
Dr.
Evolution.
Kelso.
Yeah, and we got Dr. Crusher back in the mix as well. So look out for that.
with her crazy hair
And the new uniforms.
before she changed it again.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight, everyone. Thanks for being with us. Thanks to the whole panel. We're Jeff Mader, wherever you are. We'll find you somewhere.
No thanks to Jeff.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time here on Live Long and
rude.
Podcast. Have a great night, everyone. Peace.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And movie reviews with Hold Up, a movie podcast. And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.